Okay, let's check out the order template builder. This is something that can be very useful. If you've ever placed an Iceberg order, it's something like that, but you can customize it a lot more, and it can be very useful. So there are different settings you can set up: max impact on the buy or sell side, order timeout, and the max amount of units that will be traded with this template. You need to set up the rules, and that's pretty interesting because you can set it up a lot different depending on what you want to do. So here are the percent of the trade amount, and that is a percent of the trade amount in that particular bot. So let's say, for example, this trade bot has a trade amount of 1 BTC every time it makes a trade. Well, here I can break it up into little pieces. And for example, here I have 10%. Well, then rule number 1 is going to be 10% limit order, and I'm going to have a price difference of 0.1%. If you're kind of confused when you're making it for the first time, you just scroll over and it kind of explains what each part is. So that's going to help you. All right, and let's just make this a 10% bot where, a 10% template where every rule is worth 10%. And we're going to go over to the limit orders, and we're just going to do it straight up the same, except we can do here, we want to delay it by 60 seconds, so that's a minute. And yes, we want it to be dependent on the rule before it. So this rule will not execute before the other rule, or we can make it independent and it does not depend on the rule before it. So there is a lot of possibilities here. I mean, you could go, 1%, 2%, 3%. You could go 80%, 1%, 1%. You could do all kinds of things. You could do limit order, limit order, market order. You could do market order, market order, market order. You could do all kinds of different things in order to get an advantage and trade differently than the other people, or maybe to scale in or scale out of positions, and the market will not be able to see you very well. Okay, so what did I mean by the trade amount, and what did I mean that you can trigger this with the trade bot itself? Well, if we go over to the trade bots over here, then you'll see quickly, okay, let's go over here to the simulated BitMEX bot. Okay, here we are. And over here is the trade settings, and here we have the trade amount. So here I have one contract. Well, let's say I had 100 contracts, then 10% would be 10 of those, 1% 1, and so on and so forth. So that is the trade amount, and percent of that is what we were talking about when we were making the template. Now, I can also use the template to buy or sell. Well, how do I do that? Well, it's quite easy. You come over here to order templates. Right now, it's just set on a plain vanilla limit order. But if I just go over here, then I can hit limit 1, and that was the one we were doing, and I want to use that on the buy and the sell side, and there we go. So now it's using that template that we were just doing. So when is it going to take an action? Well, it's going to take an action when the indicators and the insurances agree and a safety is not overriding them, just like it would in any other situation. So here we just have an example, an EMA, and when this EMA says buy or sell, and this insurance over here, overcome double the fee costs, also agree, when those two conditions are met, then the bot will make an action and the template will start. And that is how the order templates work. Thanks for watching, and check us out, Haasonline.com.